the fact that we're able to do a show with 4 women and be somewhat well received, I think really speaks to the fact that our fan base really supports diversity and supports women in football.
They gotta play us!
What is up, everybody? Hooday, and welcome to Tigress Talk. We are the first and the only Bengal show created by women. I'm Jess, aka Hooday. I got my girl Jerry holding it down in Florida. I got my girl Kayla holding it down in Northern Kentucky. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me tonight. Thank you, everybody who's watching live. Sorry we're a little late. We do say 8:30-ish, though. I just want to point that out. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Sorry we're running a little bit late. We promised to make it worth it, I hope. What's up, Stranger 4420 says, Hooday, Stranger, thanks for being here. Bengals Nation 09, Hooday, I love Victory Mondays. LFG, absolutely, me too. And Bengals captain with the Hooday, our unpaid intern, always helping out with the chat. We appreciate you. Whoo! So Sunday was a bit stressful. Were you guys stressed out watching that game?
Yes, I was so stressed. And I don't know if it was just because it's Cleveland and we're in Cleveland, like we were in Cleveland, or if it's just like it was just a stressful game. Maybe both.
Yeah, I did not get to watch the game on TV because I was working. So I got to listen to the game on the radio, which is always kind of a fun change, I think. You know, obviously I wish I could be at every game. I wish I could go to every game. That's not my reality. My reality is that I work for a living, despite what you may have heard about me. I do work for a living. I work very hard for a living, taking care of people after heart surgery. So I unfortunately cannot make it to every game. I can't even watch every game on television in real time. So, but you know what's fun? I really love listening to Dan Hort and Dave Lapham. Those guys, their passion is just amazing, and I love them. They are so fun to listen to. Bengal Station 09 says, it's usually never pretty when we play divisional games. You got that right, Bengal Station 09. Yeah. And the fact that we hadn't won there in so long, I think weighed really heavily on all of us as well. Ross Incognito says, Hooday, I'll be in section 106 at the game, baby. All right, Ross, that's a great section. That's so exciting. That's like towards the sideline. That's really awesome. I hope you have a great time. If you see us, make sure you say hi. We will be in white. As I hope you will be also. Oh, you want to get down? BB's wearing her white also. But she wants to get down now. She's done. When I get home from work, she like wants to be like on top of me constantly. But then eventually she gets bored of me like doing this and this chair. All right, you can get down. So yeah, you know, I think the Cleveland games are always so stressful. Like we kind of touched on last week. You know, I think it's because of my hatred. Really, there's so much hatred built up inside of me for Cleveland, and I was so happy that we were able to get the win. And really, the game never fell out of reach, despite being really slow on offense in the first half. But how about Chuck Sizzle? Sizzly. Oh, Stranger 4420 says, I synchronize the radio call, internet radio, and the TV. That's a great idea. You know, I've heard of people doing that. And that's such a good idea because typically the national broadcast announcers are trash. So I think that's the much preferable way to watch the game, because then you get like the best of both worlds. You get to actually see the plays develop. But nothing gets me excited like the big man, Dave Lapham, like going, oh.
Yeah.
See,
It's
I
so
feel like
great.
there should absolutely be an option for you to be able to select that, like on your TV, specifically if you
Yes.
have like Sunday Ticket. Because I have Sunday Ticket
Yeah.
since I don't live in the market and I don't always get the games down here, so I had to buy it. But it's like it would be so easy to just like
Heck
click
yeah.
like, do you want the Bengals? Do you want the other guys? Or like the national guys who are just trash? So
I feel like they have those kind of options with like Amazon, like Thursday Night Football on Amazon,
Yeah.
and if you watch Apple TV, like when we watch the Stabby Lions on Apple TV, it gives you the choice of like the English feed or the Spanish feed, I think. I'm sorry, I totally missed that comment. Can you put that one back up there? I'm sorry, I didn't read it. Ross says Sunday will be a wild game, but we can get that one. Absolutely, Ross. I think nothing is out of reach, you know.
mm-mm.
Um, but yeah, so it was a slow start. Chuck Sizzle running it back for a touchdown. No one was happier about that than me. Well, maybe everyone was as happy as me about that. But I mean, I feel like all year we've been waiting for that big return, that big kickoff return, that big punt return. He had one of each. Like he had a good punt
Mm-hmm.
too, even not for a touchdown. But I really felt like it was a great day for special teams. It was a great day for the defense. And the offense started to figure it out in the second half. It's really interesting to me, especially because I didn't get to watch the game live. I really enjoy listening to Mike Santagana's Bengals Sands on Twitter, listening to his kind of breakdown of the film. Oh my gosh, Matt's here. What's up, Matt? He says if OBJ plays, we win. Yes. Oh, for your lips to God's ears, Matt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Darth Bengal's here too. He says, good evening, Houday. Good evening, guys. Stranger4420 says, I watch Sunday Ticket and stream WLW on iHeart. Yeah, that's how I listen at work too. Because the AM radio, you can get AM radio, but I think the iHeart app is a little bit more clear. Purist may disagree. Joe Doe says Houday with a salute. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for being here. Thank you guys all so much for coming to join us tonight. So the offense had a hard time in the first half, and that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Bengal Sands. He was talking about the defense and the looks we typically see from the Browns, and I guess it was a little bit different than what we typically see for the Browns. So I think that from the Browns, I should say. So I feel like they had an offensive plan for what they thought the Browns were going to do. The Browns kind of did something different, and then they had to adjust to it in the second half. And I think they did that decently well. I was really thankful that Orlando Brown Jr. practiced today. It seemed like he's maybe going to be okay. I was so glad Geno Stone did not break his little leg.
Oh,
that would have
I
been
know.
fun. He finally gets his interception. Another thing we've been waiting for all year. And and then all of a sudden, it's like, is his leg in two pieces? I hope not. But
I know. When they brought the air cast, my heart sank. I was like, oh my gosh.
yeah,
yeah,
and
it did not look good.
the call on the radio was so sombering too. But yeah. Oh yeah, Ross, I hope you get to meet Michael Turner. He is so funny. We got to meet him in Carolina and Charlotte for the Carolina game, and it was so much fun. I'm like such a big fan of his. I love him. But yeah, like it sounded so bad. And the way, I guess I didn't see it in real time, but like the way that it looked bad. But bones actually have quite a bit of give. So it's not like you hit it and it's broken immediately unless you're like 100 years old. But it's always scary when you see him bring out the air cast, when you see him cart guys away. So hoping for the best for him. I think hopefully he's going to be all right. I think they've determined that it's definitely not broken and that he can likely play. So that will be good news for us. But overall, the missed field goal from McPherson, don't love that. But we didn't really need it at the end of the day. I felt like the offensive line played okay. Unfortunately, they had to compensate for Cody Ford being out there. They had to take some tight ends out of some things because of that. But Joe Doe said one would say he's made of stone. I love that. Hold on, where's my thing?
But a bunch.
Oh, all right. There you go. Did you guys hear that noise?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did hear it.
Perfect.
So good. So you can hear it. I just can't hear it. That's good to know. Okay. And that's much better than me being able to hear it and you guys not being able to hear it, because then cussing and my little is not working, and that's never a good time. So unless it is, But anyway, yeah, overall a win's a win, and even ugly wins count. And I would rather, I mean, we lost how many beautiful, beautiful games did we lose? And now we've won 2 ugly ones, and I'm okay with it, honestly. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. When it ugly, when it pretty, take them how we can get them. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Any other thoughts before we get to some highlights?
I was really glad that they shouted out, that Luz shouted out Joseph Osai.
I know.
That made me really happy for him because we've been needing him to kind of step up, and it was a really good game for him. So
And you know what? I love that these guys are healthy now and we got the rotational pieces in on the D line. I really feel like that's so important for the longevity of these guys down the stretch, for the longevity of the Sam Hubbards and the Trey Hendricksons, who, I mean, I'm sorry, let's be honest, me too. We're not getting any younger, people. So it's just it's nice to have those guys that you can rotate in and share some snaps with, that can do a great job. And I really feel like, I mean, Sheldon Rankins, hello.
Yeah.
Sack, sure, I'll take it. You know, it's just really great seeing these young guys step in. Ross says we always start ugly. Now it's time to roll. Amen. Amen. I don't
It's
think
a long
September football
season.
should count at all. Pickle Station 9, Jerry, not to get too far off subject, but how's Archer doing? I haven't asked since last season.
We are officially in toddler time. So
Ooh.
he is the sweetest, like snuggliest, like guy. He's just very much very hyper, very active,
Is he?
very tries to like jump on my back and give me a hug, but it turns into like a chokehold. So
Is he
that's
taller than
fun.
you yet?
Almost.
Almost taller than you.
He's like up to my hip. This kid's gonna be taller than me, like by the time he's in kindergarten. But so proud mom moment on Sunday when we were watching the game. I can't even remember what the Browns did, but they did something to mess up, and I laughed and was like, and Archer started laughing and clapping too, and I'm just like, Brian looked over at him and he was like, "That is your son." I was like, oh, I've
I
never been
love
more
it.
proud.
That is your son
That's-
in a much larger form than you. Oh, I love it so much. That's great. We love all the babes. All the babes of Tigress Talk. We love them. All right. So let's do some highlights. This is a little different this week, so bear with me here. So, all right. Eric All Jr., our bestie. Is that very loud? Does that sound okay?
It doesn't sound loud to me.
No.
It's not too loud. Okay. Sounds really loud to me.
Oh,
So I love all, but it's still so weird seeing somebody else in 83.
it
Like
is.
my brain hasn't quite like comprehended it yet.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so fun.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear anything anybody just said because this was so loud. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I can hardly
yes.
hear you.
Yeah,
Jess.
you're really quiet.
So beautiful. Look at him go. And it's like, it's not like he wasn't tackled. Like he got, like they tried to get him. They tried a couple times. They had like a
Yeah.
couple good tries.
I thought he had stepped out for a second. Like I didn't think it was when they called it a touchdown. I was like, "Oh, that's coming back." And then when they showed the replay, and his foot was like so close but not there. Oh, it was so fun.
Ugh.
Like
Oh, I love
it's been a little while since we've had a really just
that.
joyous play like that
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Oh.
Jess, I don't know about you, Kayla, but I'm not hearing anything on the
No, it's quiet. I just hear us talking.
yeah. And Jess, you sound really far away.
Sorry, what was that? I can't. I'm struggling today. Can you guys hear anything I'm saying?
No. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear you either, so that's good. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's try this again. Okay, let's watch those sacks again because those are always fun to watch. So hopefully this is. Can you guys hear me now? Are we good now?
You're
I can
still
hear
really
you.
quiet.
Yeah, it's
You can
it's
hear
like
me.
muffled, and then we
Yeah.
don't hear anything from the game.
How
It
about
might.
now?
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
yeah.
go.
Okay. Yes, I think I did. Sorry, I accidentally turned my mic down when I was trying to turn the volume down because it was so
Okay.
loud. I couldn't hear myself think. All right. So that was our beautiful touchdown. Sorry, guys. It's always an adventure. Always an adventure on a live show. Oh yes. I love sacking that man. If you haven't
yeah.
already, make a donation to your local women's shelter. Oh, Trey Henderson is such a bad man.
He was possessed.
I
Like
love
he
it.
was absolutely possessed on Sunday.
It's just the best ever. Because, I feel like Cleveland has a really great D line. So I feel like when we can get to them, it's a good day. Oh, that was beautiful ball placement, I think, by Joe. I mean, for him to just know that T was going to be there and
Yeah.
pop up there, it's amazing. It says, hey, hey, animal mother. Thanks for joining us. That was the big punt return. That was great too. I just really feel like special teams has stepped up a lot this year. Oh, look, another sack. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's our little buddy Sheldon Rakins. I say little, he's not little, but I'm so glad that he is doing well and back and everything. And I mean, I feel like Joe threw that like as he was being hit. I mean, he is just, and Jamar is playing out of his mind this year.
Yeah.
I think he
Yes.
leads the league in like every stat for a wide receiver. And that, oh my gosh, Miles Murphy in coverage. I mean,
Yeah.
who had that on their bingo card? Did anyone have that on their Cleveland bingo card? Because I did not. And I can tell by the way Dan and Dave called that play that they did not have that on their bingo cards either, because they were like, in coverage. Love it. Love it. I love the
did not.
creativity. I really do. I think Lou is he's really starting to get in his bag and cook. Oh yeah, look at that big run. Chase Brown has just been getting better and better and better. And I love the stats on his carries, how he's getting more and more carries each week. I really feel like that's gonna be huge for us down the stretch. Another, good screen pass that went for some good yardage. And then so great. So great to put it right there in the corner. I love this. I love the big stepping.
Yeah.
I know. And then he's crying to the ref. I
No,
love
he's
to
like,
see that too.
It's like,
so
what
great.
did he want him to do? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. He was like, Ron, I thought we had a deal. Oh my gosh, the takeaway. The Sam Hubbard takeaway, Jerry.
Yeah.
And all I could think about was you. Hold on, I gotta watch that one again. Did you guys know that that's his first interception?
Yes,
I mean,
I
how is that
know.
possible? I guess the fumble in the jungle was a fumble.
it was a fumble.
obviously,
Yeah.
but Coach Jay's here. What's up, Coach Jay? Hey, girl. Thanks for joining us. We're just watching some highlights, some Sam Hubbard interception. Oh, I love that throw by Joe. That just looks so like quick and decisive. It was just so like crispy. I loved it. Yeah, I really feel like they started to heat up in the second half. They really started to get some things going. And then is this oh yeah. I can't believe he recovered that, but good on them for making him lose a bunch of yardage. Is this the Geno Stone? Yepper. He's like, I will take that. Thank you.
Yeah, when we watched it back, I was just like, who was he trying to throw to? Like,
Yeah.
Geno Stone, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, I
Thanks for that.
appreciated it. Like, please.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry for all the technical difficulties on that, but that was fun.
It's kind of our brand at this point.
It really is. We just show up and do our very best. Okay. I have a sticker on my clipboard at work that says, I'm just trying my best. Ross says Higgins is deadly in the middle of the field. Yes, I love that, Ross. I love that they get guys open over the middle because I really feel like it bodes well for a lot of different coverages that they'll try and show, like the defense and stuff. So I feel like getting it's just the T and Jamar are having such a great season so far. I really love and appreciate both of them, and I'm so glad that they're both doing well so far. Okay, let's see. Let's do some game balls.
Hot, hot, height.
All right, these are not Whitney's game balls, unfortunately, but we will talk about some PFF grades. Sorry, I got to find my right window here. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, so offense. T. Higgins, highest graded offensive player this week. These are PFF stats. He had an 82.8 offensive grade. Amazing. Jamar Chase, 76.8. Joe Burrow, 67.5. Not the greatest day for Joey B, but a win nonetheless. So glad these guys are stepping up and making plays and getting wins when we need them the most. So, oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Let's see. How do I get to the defense? There it is. I accidentally clicked on the Browns and I was like, no, I don't care about that. Defense. There we go. All right. Defensive grades. Trey Hendrickson, top graded guy, 85.5. BJ Hill, 71.5. Joe Bocci, 71.4. Let's see. How many snaps did he have?
I love the surprises that pop up on there sometimes.
I know.
I know. And sometimes it's just 4 total snaps. So sometimes it's, deceptive. The number of snaps can kind of throw it off. Yes, Coach Jay, we finally beat the evil elves. I'm so happy. And I hate them. So I'm just really, really happy that we beat the evil elves. Chris Jenkins, 70.7. Love that. Logan Wilson, 69.7. Nice. So BJ Hill is playing out of his mind. I'm so glad that he's healthy. He is so disruptive. Even the stuff that doesn't show up on the stat count, like it's just he's so disruptive and makes such a difference when he's out there on the field. So I am just cannot say enough about how happy I am that we have these guys healthy again. And you can say what you want about the offenses we've played. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think it's okay. Yeah, maybe we haven't played world-beating offenses for the past 2 weeks, but we've also gotten all of our guys back, and now we can kind of like reintroduce them to getting live game reps, and kind of hopefully have a good plan for this week against the Eagles. So I could not be happier. Okay, let's see. Let's do some viewer questions. All right, these are our viewer questions submitted on Twitter. And if you guys have any in the chat, make sure you put them in there as well. So we've got Simple Bengals Fan, and he says, first and foremost, as always, Who Day ladies. Secondly, I just want to express my appreciation for y'all, unpaid intern included, of course. You hear that, Cap? Providing a chill environment to vibe and fan for the Bengals. The last few weeks have felt toxic from fans, regardless of the outcome of the game, and it's made me realize how much I appreciate this space. Oh, well, thank you so much, Simple Bengals fan. That's really kind of you to say. He said, my question of the week, do you think it's weird that we're not seeing Jermaine Burton much? Obviously, I don't know the whole story or see what the coaches see at practice, and for all I know, they have their reasons for not playing him much. I suppose I'm slightly baffled with his lack of snaps, given just how excited the staff was when they drafted him. I've loved what I've seen from him and hope he gets more opportunities. Thoughts? Thank you so much, Simple Bengals fan, for the question and the kind words. We really appreciate it. We are very chill. To a fault, maybe. But we're so happy to have you here. And thanks so much for everything. But Yeah, I don't know. The Jermaine Burton thing, I think it's just gotta be a coaching not a coaching issue, that's the wrong word, but it's gotta just be something that the coaches are not 100% on board with trusting him to run a route and catch a ball just yet, because I feel like the only time we've seen him out there recently, aside from what did he have a catch at the Chiefs game?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
Kansas City
Is that the
game.
game? Yeah. So I feel like he's gone out there and thrown a block every now and then, but I think there's just something going on that we don't know about. They're kinda keeping it under wraps, which I'm kinda happy about. I don't feel like
Yeah.
everybody needs to know everybody's business,
Right.
or, what's going on with people, and maybe he's just not quite there yet as far as, I don't know, discipline, playbook, practice. I don't know, but I'm what's that? Yeah, Cap's reminding us the playbook is difficult. We've known that. It's been a challenge, I think, and I think that's why they target these really smart guys, because I feel like you have to be kind of a genius to get this Bengals playbook. So maybe it's just and I'm not saying he's not a genius. I'm sure he is, but I think it's just hard for guys to come in here and be day one amazing starters. So I really hope that we'll see him more down the stretch. I think we kind of need a third receiver to emerge. I'm happy with what Yoshi's been doing so far, but I would love to see him get more snaps as well, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
I think one of the reasons why it stands out so much is our other rookies have really all kind of had an opportunity to shine. I mean, Mims and
Has this been the best
Jenkins.
rookie class? I mean,
Yeah.
holy cow.
All it's like you think about all of our draft picks from this year, and it's like, well, we were really, really excited to see what he could do because he's just so talented. Um, but maybe we just need to be a little bit more patient. I'm not sure. He's so young.
Yeah. Cap says lots of guys dominate on athleticism alone in college, but in the NFL, everyone is a freak. Takes time to adjust. Yeah, it's more than physical will. I feel like in the NFL, it's very much winning the job every week and things like that. Bengals Nation 09 says, "Who do you have winning the World Series and how many games?" Oh gosh, I don't know. My Reds are out of it, so I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not a baseball girly. I don't even know
No.
who's in the World Series.
Oh no, no,
All I
I
know is
am a baseball girly to a much lesser extent. I always say baseball was my first love. Football is my great love because I grew up a big baseball fan and I love going to Reds games. But yeah, it's the Dodgers and the Yankees. And obviously the two biggest market teams who have the most money to spend, who spend the most money, those are the teams that are in it. And the Reds are, never going to be the ones to spend that kind of money, I don't think. But anyway, I think the Dodgers are probably going to win it. I think Shohei Ohtani is a generational talent. I think he just blows the pants off of everybody that we've ever seen and ever will see. So I think I probably have the Dodgers winning it. I think that MLB wants to make it interesting, so I think they may go to 6 or 7 games, but I think the Dodgers have got it. But
I know nothing
anyway.
about baseball. But I do know that Cleveland had a horrible weekend in sports, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
just
Yes.
warmed
Yeah.
my cold, dead heart. So
Yeah. Coach Jay says, Mims is great. I always say if I don't hear your name on the O-line, that's a good thing. That means you're doing your job. Absolutely, Coach Jay. And Mims has been amazing. I'm obsessed with him. Bengals Nation 09 says, I got Yankees 4-2, but the Dodgers are favored because of Otani. Yeah. I mean, he's the real deal, unfortunately. He is the real deal. Okay, that was the only question on Twitter. So if you guys have any other questions, let us know in the chat. But thank you to Simple Bengals fan for submitting that question. And okay, let's see. We need to talk. All right, we need to talk. Sponsored by Birmingham Meadery. Code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of mead. Make sure you check out our friends. They make mead. They are good at it. It's delicious. But all right, ladies, what do we need to talk about this week?
So we need to talk about how Joe came this close to breaking the internet today when they asked him if they get excited about wearing the white helmets. And Joe was about this close from saying like he would go out there and play naked. He doesn't care. He
Yeah.
stopped himself, but you could tell he was this close to just making everybody lose their ever loving mind. I was cracking up
Yeah.
the entire time. Kayla,
Oh,
did you see it?
Yes.
I
You
didn't
could
get
tell
a
that's where
chance.
he was going, and he had to like actually
He,
stop himself.
He was
he
like,
had
no,
like a
wait.
smirk because he
Yeah.
was like, I know what this is going to do if I say it. But
I'm
he
going to play
basically,
naked.
he was like, I'd go out there and play in anything. It doesn't matter.
That was
Oh
exactly
my
it.
gosh. I
So
love that.
good.
We know he said before that he would play in trash bags, and this was like the original whiteout game. And so this was back a couple years ago. Me and Brittany were like, we should legitimately wear trash bags because I don't want to eat Skyline chili in my all white outfit. So me and Brittany took that very literally. We were wearing trash bags over our outfits at the tailgate. So he did say that I would play in a trash bag. I don't care. So, but I like naked. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, where's the thing?
Yeah. He did.
He
That was
definitely
fun.
paused too. He's like, that's so great. I can't wait to watch that. I haven't watched the press conferences from today yet, sadly, but it is on my to-do list for sure. That's amazing.
Yeah, he was like
Kayla,
just so sassy during the whole answer of when they asked him that. Because as soon as they're like, Do you just get excited for the helmet?" He was like, "I don't care." He was like, "It." He's like, "Sure, it looks cool, but like, I don't care."
well, I like Teddy's answer a little bit better. He was on Jeff's show last night, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Teddy Karras was on there, and he said, "Hey, look good, play good, right?" So Teddy's excited about it. So,
I love that.
but if Joe wants to play naked, I don't mind. I'm just saying, it's my own thoughts.
You and I think the majority of everybody that knows Joe Burrow.
I think we're good with it. Good with it.
Huh?
All right, Kayla, what do you mean to talk about?
So I have started a hate list.
Ooh,
So
Say less.
the people on my hate list currently are the Colts, the Chargers, Denver, and obviously the Steelers, because those are the ones that we really need to start going on a losing streak if we're going to get into the playoffs. And we're going to get into the playoffs, but like those are our main competition. So we have to hate them. We got to continue to hate the
Got it.
Dolphins and the Jets. Basically every team in the AFC is on my hate list at this point, but those
Well,
are the
I already
new.
hate the Jets because they couldn't freaking beat the Steelers. I was really annoyed by that. And then I also hate the Buccaneers now too, Jerry. I
Yeah.
think you probably hate them more because you were actually there for that. But
and I was surrounded by Ravens fans too, and I'm just,
what?
it was
Ugh.
gross. It was so
Ugh.
gross. I wasn't happy.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
Mm.
All right. Well, I need to ask you guys something. Did you know? Did you know that Ryan Rico is Mormon? Did you
You
guys know
told me
this?
this.
Are you
Somebody
as
just
shocked by
told
this as I am? Because I was like, my jaw hit the floor. So he was on, if you don't follow _UK, that's our Bengals UK friends. They had him on their podcast. They interviewed him for their podcast. And I thought it was really cool that they were able to interview him in season. But he was telling them, they were like, how do you have like a British connection because you have a Union Jack flag in your bio? Like, what's that about? And he was like, oh, that was my mission after high school. Mormon Church of Latter-day Saints, they go on these missions. And so his mission was to the UK. And the only thing I could think of was the Book of Mormon. Because
Hello.
that show, it's like absolutely ridiculous. It's like the guys that created South Park. It's like absolutely ridiculous. But like the opening song is like, hello, my name is Elder whatever. It's like I could just see him being like, hello, my name is Elder Rico. I'm just like dying laughing at this information. But it was a really great interview. If you have a chance, listen to it. And I love our friends from the UK who are going to be here very soon, and we're happy to have them every year. It seems like for the past couple of years, but yeah, I was dying laughing listening to that interview. And you know what's funny is like Paul Hirons is the main guy, and he's not afraid to go there. Like he was like, so tell me about the snap that you messed up. He's like not afraid to ask the tough questions, and I was like, "Oh, don't ask him about that." But he had a really great answer, and he just seems like a really, really nice guy with a really good head on his shoulders, and I'm really proud of how well he's been playing lately. And I'm just really happy for him. I think this whole team has really come together in a special way, so I'm happy about that. Also, I want to talk about Zach Taylor's comments saying that what do you say? The joint better be jumping. And
Yeah.
the only regret this week is that I didn't have time to create an entire parody song for "Jumpin' Jumpin'" by Destiny's Child. Because what'd you say? There is still time. I may do a whole song before Sunday, but so far I've got "Leave Your Quiet Friends at Home." That's all I got. That's all I got so far. And then I gotta find something that rhymes with home or, but then I will, but then it's like, "But it's 1 p.m. and the jungle is jumping, jumping." But yeah, and then Cap was like, "There are a lot of songs that are called Jump or with the word jump in them." There are so many. I didn't realize it until I really started to think about it, but, there's obviously Van Halen, Jump. Might as well jump. What's funny about that song is that like Van Halen is arguably like one of the greatest guitar players of all time, yet their biggest hit is like on a synth machine. Like, isn't that bizarre? I don't know. I've always thought that was weird. Anyway, we're going way off the rails here, but yeah, crisscross will make you jump, jump. You know, Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. House of Pain.
Yes.
It's the one they play at the stadium all the time. And I'm too old to jump, so I just kinda bend my knees and act like I'm jumping, you know? My joints are bad. I had my ACL repaired when I was 19. I can't be jumping all game. I just kinda bend my knees and act like I'm jumping. Alright, well, let's do some conspiracy theories. All right, Jerry, I love that you're always extra prepared to protect your brain from the NFL officiating account on Twitter from reading our thoughts.
I'm pretty sure I'm banned from that account. So
I'm surprised they haven't blocked me. They just must not read their mentions, which is fine with me. I'll just keep yelling into the void. I don't care. As a reminder, this is a joke. We are not really conspiracy theorists. We just think it's funny to wear tinfoil on our heads and talk about refereeing. But my favorite part about the travesty that is Ron Torbert, I feel like I should spit on the ground every time I say his name. But it's funny that he gets everyone talking, even the people who don't like to talk about the refs. I feel like he always gives them something to talk about. He's
Oh, yeah.
literally always got some horrific call that even people who are like, I don't normally like to talk about the refs, which I can't relate because I want to talk about the refs every week because I think they screw us constantly. But
they're trash.
I can't really relate to that. But I like the fact that he brings that out of people. Because even Dan Horde on the radio was saying that flag that they picked up for defensive pass interference was crazy talk because to think that Jamar Chase couldn't get there to that ball. I mean, it was not out of bounds. It was in bounds. He couldn't get there because he was interfered with.
Yeah. It was
That's the whole
uncatchable
point.
because he was being held back to be able to run to catch the ball. Like,
yeah.
these
Rebecca says,
people.
dang, I got sucked into reels. He unlocks the angry Zach Taylor. Oh, that's like my favorite. Like seeing Zach Taylor's like pictures from the game when Zach Taylor is just like you get to see all these still shots where it's like the veins are like bulging out of his neck and he's
like
so
red.
angry. He's like just unhinged yelling at the refs. I'm like, he is all of us. One of us.
Did y'all hear Frank after if it was the Volson penalty, after that penalty, him just like cussing the refs out? You could hear on the broadcast.
No. I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
that.
I didn't hear that.
You'll have to go back and look. It's so funny.
Oh my God, I can't wait to watch that. I have a whole list of things to listen to
If I
and
was on the
watch.
coaching staff, I would be ejected from every single game. I know it.
Oh yeah, same. Like I feel like they don't really do that in the NFL unless you're like, I don't know, unless you get like crazy, but like in
Yeah.
baseball, definitely. Like baseball, like they'll throw a manager out just for arguing. But all right, let's see if I can find some angry Zach Taylor photos. They're really not coming up right away. Oh, I like this one. You see that one? He's just like got his hands up. Oh,
No.
that's hard to do. That's hard to do with the light. Anyway, do a Getty Images search of Zach Taylor yelling Bengals. It's great. Some treasure trove of unhinged photos of Coach. So anyway, so that's really, I don't really have any solid conspiracy theories. Just the fact that I love that Ron Torbert brings out the hate in all of us for NFL refereeing in general. Oh, and can we talk about the LASIX account that is like like trolling him every week? Like, we have offered him free LASIK surgery and he hasn't taken us up.
I
Like,
love whoever
Maybe
is
it's just his
running that
vision.
account. Oh,
and Lisa gave us a Who Day. So
Yeah.
like
Oh
it's
my God. It's
that
so
was
funny. Like, I wish I knew who ran that account. I would like buy them a beer or something.
yeah.
that was just like one of the many just weird things that happened on Sunday.
I love it. I love it. All right. Do you guys have any conspiracy theories this week?
Now that we finally won in Cleveland, will the slow start curse be lifted for next year?
Oh,
Was this the
I
last
really
one
like
holding
that
us
one.
back?
I really like that one. I'm going to
I
go
hope
with
so.
yes. I want to believe 100% because I don't
Ooh,
like feeling this way in October.
Yeah.
no.
I want to be like 5-1 right now. I want to be having so much fun right now, or what would it be? 6-1. I don't know. I can't do math. Anyway, what you got, Jerry?
So it just occurred to me. Do you guys think that there is like some conspiracy with like the teams in the AFC letting the Chiefs get like better? Like what in the world were the Titans doing giving them DeAndre Hopkins?
I
Like
don't know, but like I don't like Brian Callahan anymore. Like I thought we were cool, Brian.
Yeah.
But what are you doing?
it's like I don't know. Sometimes some of the things that happen just makes me question like a lot of stuff and it's like I know it's probably not that, but
But it
it's
might
weird.
be.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also weird how they keep winning games, even though Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes is
yes.
objectively playing
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I
He is
mean,
the biggest whiner like
and they're still
on the
talking about him
planet.
for MVP. Like, are you serious? Like,
What?
no,
How many
no,
interceptions has he thrown this year? I can't.
a lot, all of
How
them. I
many
think. Like,
touchdowns
he's.
has he thrown?
I feel
Like it's
like
not
it's like even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh
or I think he's thrown fewer touchdowns than interceptions. I don't know. Don't quote me on that stat. It feels in my mind
It
that's
feels that
how
way.
it is. But 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Only 6? That's crazy. That's crazy. MVP. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Also crazy stat they talked about on the broadcast for the Buccaneers Ravens game is that Lamar hasn't lost to NFC teams very often. I think only like once has Lamar lost to an NFC opponent, and I think that's also crap. So
Hmm.
yeah, Joe Burrow has thrown 14 touchdowns. My unpaid intern is feeding me statistics. Joe Burrow has thrown 14 touchdowns, and Patrick Mahomes has thrown 6 touchdowns. So only he said Joe Burrow is packing 14 and Patrick's packing 6. Okay, where's my thing?
The glizzy gobbler.
Yeah. All right. Any more conspiracy theories? Let us know in the chat if you guys have any conspiracy theories as well. We can always throw these back on. We keep them close at hand.
we do.
I also love how Huda in the UK was like, "We're not tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists," and I wanted to be like, "Yeah, Paul, because that's me."
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. What's next? Let's do predictions for next week. All right, Miss Jerry, our resident psychic. What do you think about the Eagles this week? We missed you. Well, first of all, what did you think about the Browns game? I want to know. You're
Like going into
honestly,
it
yes,
last week,
going into it because we missed your prediction last week. So going into last week, how did you feel about it last week?
I wasn't worried, but I was also delirious from
That's right. Yes, you were.
working so much and the hurricane fatigue. So I don't know if I just didn't have time to really think much about it
To
going into
care.
it, or if
Fair.
I was just completely dead inside.
You're like, what a luxury to be worried about football. I'm worried about my house standing up. Yes.
So,
Well, we're
but
all
I
glad that you're
wasn't
doing
really
better
worried.
and
Oh, thank you.
done. We're all glad you're done working those crazy hours and that you guys were safe and all that good stuff. And we're glad you're back with us.
Unfortunately, it looks like there could potentially be something in like a week and a half, but I'm not gonna look at that again.
My
So,
gosh, what the heck?
yeah, I'm just gonna
Oh my
load
gosh.
up the car and just move back to Ohio.
Yes, let's work on that. All right.
But
So how are you
I
feeling about the Eagles?
so I've been saying all year that the Eagles are very beatable. Like they've had like some like good games, but they've been very streaky and like when they're bad, they're bad. So we always talk about any given Sunday, like everybody is beatable. But we have the momentum going in. We finally, got the devil off our shoulder for not winning in Cleveland since Joe's been here. And I think we're just going to continue that momentum. The 1 p.m.
Yeah.
whiteout is throwing me off a little bit because in my head I keep thinking it's a prime time game, even
Yeah.
though it's not. And I still don't understand. Like, I know we weren't doing that well when they flexed us back to 1 p.m., but still, I
Yeah,
don't
no.
agree with that. I think that's just another, the NFL hates Cincinnati kind of thing, but
Yep. Cincinnati
Yeah.
against the world. Always. Always.
always.
But, I feel like we're not you can never count us out though. We're like freaking Michael Myers of the NFL. Like you think we're dead and we're not dead and it's Halloween again and there's been like 50 sequels and I feel like that's the Bengals team. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, how is he still alive? This doesn't make sense. And then it's Halloween H2O and I don't even know what that means, but here he's back again. So it's just like on and on and on and on. So yeah, I really feel like that's just this team. But you know what's weird about the Eagles? I haven't watched the Eagles a lot this year, but remember, I think it was week 1 or it was somewhere towards the start of the season when they played the Falcons and they let the Falcons just drive down the field and win it to end the game. Like that was so bizarre to me. And I think that I don't know, maybe the Falcons are just really great. I don't know, but I feel like this Eagles team definitely, like you said, Jerry, I think they're definitely beatable. I think there's definitely problems on this team. And I couldn't tell you what they all are because I don't really follow and study other teams
Mhm.
that much since I don't really play fantasy any longer. But I I think that this team is definitely beatable. And even though I know this is one of our harder games, I feel like and this is why I don't like the whole strength of schedule thing when the schedules come out and they kind of rank everybody. Who thought the Commanders were gonna be so good this year?
Right.
Nobody. So it's like everybody's always full of surprises. It's still the NFL, even if it's like a team that's not ranked well, whatever. I feel like anybody can emerge and be good. Anybody can fall off a cliff. So that's why I don't always love the strength of schedule thing. So that's just my little caveat to this. But I do think when this schedule came out, this was one of the games that was one of the harder games just because they have been to the playoffs, etc. But yeah, I think that this team is very beatable. I think this team has some flaws. So we'll
And I
see.
feel like we always play our best against teams that, are supposed to be the harder teams that we're gonna go against. Like I
Yeah,
don't know
and I
what it
feel like
is, but we always bring our A game for those.
And I
True.
think that's been some criticism of this team too, is that we play up or down to our competition. But I don't think, as long as you win the game at the end, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because, why would we show all of our best offensive plays against a team that's not? Why would we put that on tape if it's not a team that we're worried about? Now, did that bite us in the butt with the Patriots? Maybe a little. I really hate that we lost that game.
Yeah.
But I feel
Right.
like as a whole, we do kind of play up and down to the competition, and I think it's just a matter of preparing for these teams. I mean, we were so close to beating the Ravens. We were so close to beating the Chiefs. I think that, they had really good plans in place for those
Yeah.
really good teams. And so I think that there's no doubt in my mind that we can beat this Eagles team. Will we? I hope so. I hope so. We've never lost in the White Bengal. We've never lost.
We said that
So
about the
I don't
Hall
want to talk
of
about that.
or
I
the
don't
Ring
wanna
of
talk about
Honor too. So
I
we're
don't
not
wanna
going
talk
to say that, Jess. We're not going to say that. We're just
That's in
gonna
the past, Jerry,
strike
but
that
yes.
from the record.
All right. Okay. Hold on. I didn't mean that. But I do think that there's something special about the white Bengal, and everybody wearing white. It's so beautiful. And I don't know how it's gonna look in the middle of the day, but at least we won't be hot, I guess. In our
I feel like we willed the weather to be cooler
to get
because it
cooler.
was saying
It definitely did.
75 or like higher than that.
We
I can't
control
I
the
think
weather.
that Jerry, I think that you manifested that somehow.
Yeah.
I did, because I deserve a cool weather game at some
You
point.
do.
Every game this year has been warm.
You
Florida's
do.
just been a
Yes.
just complete nightmare. I just needed the weather to cooperate with me just for one day.
I
So thank
know.
you.
I love it. I love that for you. Yes. And all of us. I'm like not looking. I've had enough 70+ degree games this year where it's time for fall. Let's get it together here. Okay. Well, Kayla, what do you have to share with us for show and tell?
Oh, I thrifted a jacket. It's super cute.
That's my favorite. I love that
I'm
so
so
much.
excited. I just had
Is
to wash
that-
it, and it's perfect.
Oh, that's so cute. Is that
So
where
I'm
did
really
you find
excited.
that?
Caleb and I took a little trip down to Augusta, Kentucky, and we went to Maysville, and we just went thrifting all day. So it was really fun.
You are like the queen of thrifting. You find the best stuff thrifting.
I cannot resist a thrift store. An antique store, a Goodwill, does not matter. I will be there, and I will be combing through every single
Yeah.
bit.
Well, that's the trick. You got to put in the work. So that's awesome. That jacket is so cute. It's gonna look so cute on you. I can't wait to see it. Jerry, what do you have for show and tell? Anything?
Oh crap. So I got the Bengals boots with the tassels and fringe. They're
Yes.
still downstairs because I completely forgot to bring them in or
That's
bring them
okay.
up. But they are a lot cuter than I was expecting, and they're so much fun. And that with the tassel jacket, I genuinely feel like Macho Man Randy Savage, like
You're just gonna be like,
in the best way possible. Like, it's so ridiculous, but it is so fun. And I think I'm gonna wear that whole thing for Nashville just because
Yes.
it,
Yes.
but I love just dressing up and being silly. So it makes me happy. I don't care if anybody else just thinks it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously fun. So
who cares? Who cares? So my question is though, can you do a Randy Savage impression?
oh, absolutely. Macho Man, my dog, is named
Yes.
after Macho Man Randy Savage. So
All right, let's hear your.
oh God, no. No.
Oh. Oh my! I got so excited. Like you were like so confident. I really thought you were
I
gonna
just
do
meant,
it.
like in general, can you? Not like, will you do that for us now?
Oh.
I will do it after some drinks when I'm in full dress in Nashville. How about that?
Okay.
At the tailgate.
Okay. All right. We'll save it for Nashville. I want to hear it though. I want to hear it.
We're gonna remind you.
We're gonna hear it. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, I love that. That's gonna be so cute. Yes, I
Oh.
am still planning my week of Western wear for Dallas and Nashville. I've got some things ordered that have not arrived yet, but I am very excited about that whole situation. I really feel like the fashion gods were had some influence in that. But Cap wants to do his Randy Savage so bad.
Do it. So,
Wait, was he really the one on those commercials?
yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that. I remember the commercials and I know who Randy Savage is, but I didn't realize that was him on the commercials. It's been
And
a long
we-
time since I've seen a Slim Jim commercial.
Well, we have a wrestling connection this week with the Bengals because we have oh my gosh, Kayla, who do we have?
The guy from Street Profits.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm like,
Angela
can't-
Dawkins?
There we go. Why is
Yes.
my brain is still just not here?
Right,
But
same.
he's going to be the ruler of the jungle. And
Oh my
I
God,
saw
that's so exciting.
him. I saw him and like half the guys that are on the main roster now in like the tiniest bingo hall in Largo, Florida in 2017 for like $10 and had the best time. Like and we saw them like multiple times that year because NXT always did these little like things. But I just love that I got to see them in like this little tiny venue, and now he's like a big
That's so
wrestling star. So.
cool.
And I
Those
have
guys are
corrupted
all
Kayla
so fun.
into being a giant wrestling fan now. So
Yeah. I've been watching all of the recent. I don't know any history though. Like when
Lore.
I was
You don't
watching
have the lore.
none of the lore. So
No?
when Money in the Bank happened, I texted Jerry. I was like, "Who is this briefcase man? I don't know what's going on." Like literally knew nothing, and now I'm watching like every week, multiple hours. Yeah.
I feel like I remember this, Kayla, and I feel like you give them all different names.
Yes.
They're all hilarious.
it's the best. Like watching wrestling with Kayla's like commentary just makes it so much more fun for me now. And
be like,
Ivy has like favorites now, and I just
Well, who's
I feel like
Ivy's
I have done
favorite?
my job.
Oh, Ivy loves CM Punk and LA Knight because, and I quote, "I love their beards and muscles." So
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So she's got a type already. That's so funny. Well, I've
Oh,
probably said
Ivy.
this before. I've probably said this before, but Alexa Bliss, is that what she calls herself now? That was Lexi when I was she's a few years younger than me, obviously, but she went to high school right down the road from where I went to high school. And we used to work out at the same gym. We both competed in like bikini competitions. She's shorter than me, so she wasn't like in my same height class, but yeah. So I knew Lexi before, and then we like when she was going to Florida to like make a go at this, we were like, all right, way to go. And then there she is. Now she's married to Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah, just had a
Like,
baby.
okay, you go, girl.
We at one point we went to the same hairdresser because she lived
Nuh-uh.
in Tampa. Yep.
She's the sweetest person. Like if you ever talk to her or get to know her, she's just the sweetest Ohio person. Like she's great. But
And she's really talented.
yeah. Well, she was like a gymnast and a cheerleader and all that good stuff. So yeah, she's great. All right. Well, I think that's all I have for this week. Thanks for hanging in there with us with the technical difficulties and some wrestling and some music, baseball. We've had everything tonight. So
This had it all.
yeah.
we've had it all, and I've had a very long day. So thanks everybody for hanging in there with me. And I'm committed to the white. I've got my Snoopy, my little vintage Snoopy sweatshirt on tonight. But Jerry, I like yours too, your little tiger.
Oh,
That's
thank
cute.
you.
I'm the same like with the open and orange. I'm committed to the white all week. We're doing white all week. I got my nails done. We're white and black. So
Wow.
I'm super excited. I can't wait to see everybody in their beautiful white outfits. And glad I could help. Yes. Thank you, Bengals Nation 09. And thank you to everybody in the chat for participating. We really appreciate all you guys for watching and tuning in live. And if you're tuning in after the fact, we appreciate you too. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. And we will hopefully see you on Sunday or see you next week. Either way. But thanks, ladies, so much for joining me. And hoo day, everybody.
Who did?
Yay.
Hoo day.